light for mission launch. It ain't a Friday if there's no roll call Friday, huh?
Nope.
Are the lines up?
Yes, sir.
They look good? That's as expected. We'll talk about it on the way up. Alright. That's on. Houston, this is Boston speaking. Mission launch for Roll Call Friday in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered 12. I covered.
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Roll Call Friday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Bostonian versus the Book on a little bit earlier than normal here live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the Book and on Twitter X. He's Dave Sharapan. I'm Matt Perrault. We are replayed every night on Sports Grid Television and Sirius XM channel 159. Lots of good things to get into on this Roll Call Friday. Dave, how are you?
I'm good, man. Still on the high of last night's hockey game. That was unbelievable. I was like, what am I going to wear today? I just finished the show with Carver, the NHL show, and I said, I'm just going to wear an NHL crest today.
Okay.
Because the NHL won. I mean, has been winning. 3 of the 4 games. I mean, we'll get into all of it.
Yep.
Some great stats, some things happen for the first time. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And going to be a bit distracted today because in 30 minutes from now, Skeens is pitching in Wrigley. They made the Buccos a dog today. Skeens a dog.
They were a dog when we were there last summer when Skeens pitched there last summer.
You remember what happened then too?
They were a dog then too.
Yeah, Pirates won. So we'll talk about that. Hopefully he doesn't pitch 6 no-hit innings and you can sit here and jinx it again. I have a feeling he's going to have a good start though. But to come speak to Pirates yesterday, there's so many things to talk about. We got NBA Finals, Game 4.
Right.
Lots of stuff going on.
Well, let's start the show, though, a little bit with what's happening right now live. And so I know on the replay, you guys, sometimes it's funny to watch it back to see what actually happens. But the U.S. Open round 2 is going on right now at Oakmont.
About that. Yeah, that's
and if you bet Scotty Scheffler, you were sweating it for a bit because the cut line now is 5 over. It was 4 over for most of the morning. And Scotty was 4 over. He was on the cut line. He is currently 4 over right now. He shot a 71 today. He bogeyed number 9, his 18th hole. He went out on the back today. And so that bogey on number 9, I don't think it goes down to 3. The only logical place is for it to go up, not down from a cut line perspective. So it's 5 over. So he's most likely to the weekend. But if he had missed the cut, Dave, how happy were the books if he had missed the cut?
Listen, it's Father's Day weekend, and that's, we'll address that in favorite thing about today. Father's Day weekend would have started early. If Scotty don't make the cut, you can kind of really just watch it and enjoy it, from the books perspective. But we need him to make the cut.
Yeah, I would agree. To make it tournament fun.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he shoots, 66 or something on Saturday.
Okay. Make it fun.
Somehow. Yeah, just to get back in the mix.
So 4 under is JJ Spawn. He is currently, he's even par through 2 holes today. So he currently has the lead again. He was the leader after the first round. Sam Burns shot a 5 under today, a 65. So those, 65 is out there if somebody wants to go throw it up there.
Wow.
Too. So he's at 3 under par. That 65 is the low round of the day so far for any player. Most players are in the 70s. Some of the guys are like really in the 70s. We've seen 84, 83, 80 for players today. We've also seen, the 65, the 67, and 68. Just 3 rounds so far in the 60s in round 2 at Oakmont. Max Gracerman, whoever that is, and Victor Hovland, who shot 2 under par today after shooting a 1 over par 71 yesterday. So Victor, gets to make the weekend, and he's probably going to be someone to take a look at, as he now is currently tied for 5th at 1 under par. JJ Spaun most likely will come back down to earth and come back to the pack. So, Dave, we could see the leader heading to Saturday, even par, 2 under, somewhere in that range. I mean, this is going to be a fun Saturday.
Yeah. I think a couple things. The score fluctuation is going to be something that we're not used to, as far as nobody's going low. Everybody's kind of coming back to the field. Like you said, there's a 65 out there, but that's rare. That's not going to happen very often. And 2, do we know a lot of these guys? Like the name?
You never do. The U.S. Open at Oakmont is notorious for first-time major champion winners.
Okay.
I think 6 of the 9 times it's been at Oakmont, it's been a first-time winner, a first-time majors winner.
Okay.
So it's notorious for producing the who is that type of win.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think golf fans in general are asking that question so far. Like going, wait, who are these guys?
Thomas Dietrich, Victor Perez,
yeah,
Taylor Pendrith, Lanto Griffin.
Yeah.
Like who?
Sounds like guys in like names of characters in the movie Star Wars or something.
Right.
That sounded like a couple different ones there. I want to shout out Austin B.
Okay.
In the chat. He said going to game 4 tonight in Indiana.
Wow.
Going to game 4 for the Pacers. So pretty exciting. I mean, exciting in Pittsburgh at Oakmont, exciting tonight at Indiana for the basketball game, exciting in Chicago in 20 minutes for Skeens Day. Although it's not 20 minutes, it's 40 minutes because it's 20 minutes from now to 11, but they don't start till 11:20 Pacific. So
okay,
40 minutes.
40 minutes from now, 11:20, odd start time. 11:20. Why? That's interesting. Why are we starting that time?
1:20. They start at 1:20 on Fridays, Central.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's odd. It must be a TV thing. Give them a 20-minute pregame show or something like that.
Don't know.
Brooks Koepka's at 2 over par. He shot 4 over today after shooting 2 under yesterday. So that's not good for some of the live guys.
So is the course getting harder?
It's supposed to be. I mean, according to the pin placements, that was the reaction to the pin placement announcement last night. When they put it out, everybody went, oh, okay. So we're going to make the course even harder because of where they put the pins. So, yeah, the course is playing more difficult today.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll see what the 65 is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good score to shoot 65 for Sam Burns. I'm not sure anybody else is going to match that in terms of what he was able to do today.
What the low score of the tournament prop was 64.5.
Oh, wow. Because 66 was Spawn yesterday. That was the low.
I can't remember. We used to put it up at 65 or 64.5.
Well,
and when we did the Masters and US Open, not really the British Open wasn't as always, we didn't always put it up because the courses were totally whatever. I don't know. Somebody can find that, what the lowest round was. I don't know. I didn't look before. Has there been a hole in one yet in the tournament? Do you know?
No, sorry.
Some
people this is unbelievable.
What happened?
So Rob Anderson is the SID for Creighton University. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I sent him a tweet. I tweeted at him last year because he said there has been at least one run in the first inning of game 1 of the Men's College World Series in 5 of the last 6 tournaments. So I tweeted at, I said, where was this stat yesterday? I could have bet it. So he took my tweet and just sent it to me because game 1 starts here in 30 minutes in Omaha. So he hung on to this tweet for a year
Wow.
and then sent it to me and said, bet the Yerfie on the College World Series today between Arizona and who's playing first? It's Arizona and is it Murray State today? Hold on. Who's playing first in Omaha today? For the College World Series.
I don't know. I got 3 plays from California Wager. Greg.
Yep. Coastal, Arizona and Coastal coming up at 11 o'clock. So if you want to bet that, there's been a run in the first inning in 5 of the last 6 College World Series opening games in Omaha.
Okay.
I don't know if a book has it or not. They put up a Yerfie for the game, but there you go. We'll watch that and see if it hits.
Okay. So Victor Perez, thanks, Mr. Anderson, had a hole-in-one.
Oh, wow.
I bet that there was not going to be a hole-in-one in the U.S. Open. So I lost. It was a small bet, but I lost that. Oregon State, Arkansas, and then he said do an Oregon State and Coastal money line parlay.
To win it all?
No.
Or just
game
today?
One. Game ones. He said their first games.
So Oregon State,
Oregon
Louisville,
State.
later tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, Arkansas over LSU?
Yep.
Whoa.
So game 1. And then he said today, I guess, Oregon State and Coastal money line parlay.
Okay.
Those together.
Coastal 53-11. Coastal got to the College World Series, I think, for the first time last year. Coastal's a big favorite, minus 220. Oregon State's minus 200.
Yeah.
So a couple of big lines today for the College World Series. But I was telling someone earlier today, for 5 years, I did my radio show outside of Rosenblatt Stadium for the entire week of the College World Series. So next week, all 5 days. It was some of the hottest temperatures I have ever experienced doing radio. Like melting hot. They put us in these tents, these like tarps type.
Yeah.
No wind, just heat, suffocating humidity. Some of the most difficult conditions I have ever broadcasted out of every year.
How long was the show?
4 hours.
Did a 4-hour radio show
From
like
2
that?
to 6. From 2 to 6 every day outside in the blistering heat of Omaha, Nebraska for the College World Series.
Wow.
And it was, I mean, by the time I was there, my 3rd year, I finally got it. I was into the mode of learning it. But there's been many times in my career when I went to Virginia, I knew nothing about Virginia football. I had to learn up so fast. And then when I went to Alabama, I knew nothing about Bama football. So I had to learn up so fast. And then same thing in Omaha, I had to learn what the College World Series was. Like Nebraska and Creighton were one thing, but the history of the College World Series, it's such a big deal in the market. You got to know it. You really got to know it. And so I had to learn a lot about the players and the events and the traditions of it. And LSU being in Omaha, oh my gosh. Congrats to Derek Stevens and our VSiN friends, Stormy and company, JVT going out to Omaha. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw what Derek did yesterday, but Jot Shots, which is a funny company that we have had a meeting with. You and I have actually met those guys at Jot Shots. And so they are now the official Jello shot of the College World Series Rocco's, the bar in Omaha that's known for the competition between the fan bases to see who buys more Jello shots. And Derek, I think, bought 90 or 100 shots yesterday for Murray State fans in Kentucky.
Murray State and Louisville, he said.
Yeah.
For
Kentucky.
Circa Sports Kentucky.
Yep. So there you go.
Out. Yeah.
So it's smart. It's pretty smart for that. So good stuff with the College World Series getting underway here later on today. Actually, in 10 minutes for Arizona and Coastal, and then later Louisville and Oregon State. You mentioned hockey. What an amazing night last night. Well, it's history. And it's an incredible, incredible amount of history going into what happened last night. Teams were 0-37 in the Cup final, down 3-0 in the first period. They came back and won the game last night, 5-4. Oilers, Leon Draisaitl scored his 4th overtime goal in these playoffs. That's the most ever. No one has scored that many playoff overtime goals in the history of NHL hockey. And that was that soft? Was that a soft goal?
No, because it deflected off the defenseman. I mean,
Okay.
it was a one-hand throw it to the net and see what happens.
I thought it was a pass. It looked like he was passing it
I
to
think
Perry.
he was just throwing it to the net. He was
Okay.
just trying to throw it to the net, and there was no way it was going to get there because the defenseman was laying down in between. But it went and hit him in the leg, and then it went between Bobrovsky's legs. And he did it after not getting a shot on goal in Game 3, which brought him back with that stat, 4th overtime goal of the playoffs, most ever, into the Conn Smythe discussion. I mean, it's real. And now a series is 2-2. I got this one. The Oilers became the first road team to rally from a 3-goal deficit and win a Stanley Cup final game since the Montreal Canadiens at the Seattle Metropolitans in Game 5 in 1919. 1919. 106 years ago.
3 of the 4 games have gone to overtime. It's the 5th time in the history of hockey that's happened. But we've had the latest 2 goals in a game in the history of the Cup final. Under 30 seconds for both Game 2 and Game 4 for goals to be scored, including last night.
So Florida gets their goal last night with 19 seconds left. When that happened, did you think there was any way Edmonton was actually going to win the game?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes. Because of the way that Pickard was playing. I thought, my God, this guy is standing on his head. If he keeps playing like this, like I was getting frustrated because I thought in the 3rd period, once it got to be 3-3, I thought Edmonton sat on it. They really weren't aggressive. They allowed Florida to dictate tempo and dictate the play because they spent almost the entire 3rd period or almost half of it in their own end. And then they got the 4th goal and went up 4-3, that one-timer, which was an unbelievable goal that put them up 4-3. Then they sat on it even more, and they just tried to hold the lead, and then Florida pulls the goaltender, and they get the 4-4 equalizer. And I was like, man, that wasn't really Pickard's fault. Like that he's played so well. So, yeah, I thought there was a shot in overtime that they could wind up winning it because I thought Bobrovsky had shown to be a little bit leaky in the game with 4 goals given up, and then ultimately – that was not his fault, but that's a soft goal. I mean, that sucks. To lose it like that, a deflection off your own player back in the net.
Yeah. Hockey's been so good, though. Like
oh, my God.
It got to the point where it was the only thing on, by the time it was towards late in the 3rd period and the overtime and stuff. And a lot of people were tweeting about it. A lot of people were watching it. I was glued to the television. Just couldn't get enough of it.
So I'll paint you a funny picture. So I'm at the gym. I'm in a sauna with like 8 guys.
Okay.
All of them watching the game on their phones.
Really?
And then I get the alert on Flash Score and I go, goal. And everybody's like, what? How do you know? I go, goal. And they're like, what? Huh? And I have YouTube TV. Other guys have got Direct TV. We're trying to mirroring and see like who's ahead of whom. But Flash Score was a good minute above everybody else. And like they're like going, how do you know? Wait, hold on. What do you mean? And then the goal happens and they're like, what the hell? How did you know that? And I was like, I have an app that's on the feed that tells us when the goals are scored. It was pretty funny. So I mean, people were definitely paying attention. Like there's a lot. I mean, people were definitely watching the overtime and watching the game. So I'll be curious. The ratings I know sucked for Game 1. I don't think the ratings will suck for Game 4. I think people were watching last night.
I would think so. I mean, the casual sports fan was caught up in it. It was one of those situations where it was like the game's in overtime again. How did 3 of the 4 games go to overtime? I really thought that there was no way that game was going to go to overtime yesterday before the game. And I'm not going to lie. I was almost counting the money when it was 3-0 Florida.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we're home. We got this bad
over.
Ice. They can't do anything. We got a 3-goal lead. They're not going to blow it again.
Yeah.
0-37. And then the goalie change was perfect. And it worked.
It's right at the right time.
Everything worked.
Yeah. Knobloch did a good job with that. I thought that was a good time to pull, a good time to say, okay, we got to figure this out. When are we going to make a move? Because you knew Skinner just didn't have it. And so you put in, I mean, Pickard, What do you do in game 5 with him? Do you play him?
I don't even think it's a question. The
You
answer
play
is
him?
Yes.
Answer's yes. He's 7-0 now, Dave. 7-0 in the playoffs.
Oh, ask the hockey guys in the chat, the puck heads, as you guys like to be referred to. Who do you start? Do you start Pickard or Skinner? I don't even think it's a question. I think you waited until the end of the period, which was a good move.
Yep.
Right? You get in a locker room, and I saw the interview with Pickard last night where he said he didn't even say anything until there was about 3 minutes left in the intermission.
Wow.
And said, "You're going in." So they must have had a discussion and said, "Okay, we got to do it now." Now, this didn't quite work out for Peter DeBoer, right? He pulled
Ottinger.
Ottinger.
When they were down 2-0, and he didn't have a backup the same way. Like, that move was almost like mean. Like, it was mean spirited. Like, he was angry at Ottinger. Like, that was a problem between, and got Peter DeBoer fired because of it, because him and Ottinger didn't get along. And he was pissed off at Ottinger for the 2 goals he gave up. So then he yanked him in, pretty public fashion, and it didn't sit well with Ottinger, and didn't sit well with the room. Like, that move by pulling Skinner wasn't done to show him up or make him an example of him. It was just, hey, we can't afford this. We're down 3-0. We need to make a change here. So it's hard to argue. It was 2-0 when Dallas pulled Ottinger. It was 3-0 when Edmonton pulled Skinner.
And there was no other move to make.
Yeah, you
had to do something.
Yeah.
Because if Florida scored one more goal,
goodbye.
At any point there, I think it's over. And
that power play goal, the 3-1 goal was big, right? That could have been, but the 3-2 goal is what changed the entire game.
Yep.
Once you're down 3-2, now it's like, okay, we're back in this, guys.
Right.
And they're talking about it on the broadcast. Like, there was such a different step energy for the Oilers on that second goal. They're like, we're in this. Like, we're live. Like, let's go. And then they got the third goal. It was 3-3. And you felt the pressure all shift onto Florida. They're like, are you guys going to blow a 3-0 lead?
Yep.
And they did. They blew it through. Remember when we were talking about this? Remember when Florida was 31-0 over 3 years in the playoffs with a 2-goal lead? They've blown it twice in this series.
I know.
They've blown 2-goal leads 2 different times. This was a 3-goal lead they blew to Edmonton.
And 2 of the goals are by Tkachuk. Like, the place just, it was electric in there. It was loud. Everybody was into it. Every shift, everything. It was so, so good. And you're right. When it was 3-2, I mean, I'm watching it going, they're tying this thing. They're tying this. And then what?
Yeah, I'm with Steve here. The penalties for Edmonton have got to stop. First period was just, what are you doing? So many dumb high stick calls and just come on, guys. Like, once they cleaned it up a little bit, and I thought the referees evened up the calls, which was predictable, right? I mean, the second period was pretty much all power plays for Edmonton. After the first period was all power plays for the Panthers.
Yep.
So there was that went on, but we're now into a 3-game series. Oilers have home ice. I start Pickard 100%. I start Pickard, and then I really try to keep my guys out of the box. Like, stop. Just stop taking dumb penalties, because that's the difference in this game. 5-on-5 can make the case that the Oilers are the better team 5-on-5.
Yeah. It's so close. It's so close. There's 3 games left, and I don't know who's going to win the cup.
Right.
I really, really don't know. I think it can be one deflection, one penalty call, one save away, either way. Edmonton obviously back to being a favorite. They're what, -120, -125 in game 5.
Yeah.
The best bet of this series is it's going 7. Right?
Now,
like, I mean, it just, we said it before the series. I felt like it's going 6 or 7. And obviously it is going 6 or 7. So I feel confident that was a good play. I like Florida. I still like Florida, but man, you change the goalie like that, you get all that belief. There's nothing that could happen to the Oilers that could be like, well, we don't know what to do, right? They've come back down 3 on the road. They've come back down 2 at home. They've changed the goalie. They've done, I mean, everything they've done, and they're even.
Oh, that's
I
a
mean,
good
I feel
point.
like Florida's got to feel like they let one go.
Well, that glove crossbar
Oh, yeah.
for Bennett, if Bennett,
Oh,
to JPC, the fourth point, if Bennett winds up scores that, he's in the lead for the Conn Smythe by a ways. Like he already
Correct.
was going into the game. He already was the odds-on favorite, -120 to +270 for Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
But he would have been a monster favorite if he had scored the game-winning goal in Game 4 to put Florida up 3-1. I mean, that's hockey, right? You hit that post, everything changes.
Correct.
I mean, if Pickard misses that, or the puck goes in after the glove, it's 3-1 Florida, and we're talking about a completely different series, and it's a completely different environment for the Oilers in Game 5.
Yes.
So 2-2 versus 3-1 is so dramatically different. So different.
Well, and not to mention, I mean, the one thing we can take away from last night as far as the Conn Smythe goes is Bobrovsky's off the list.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. See you later.
His odds
5
are,
goals, gone.
you know,
See ya.
yeah. So we don't.
Bye-bye.
I mean, 2 shutouts. If he pitches 2 shutouts, just saying that is funny.
Yeah,
Because nobody's
doing that.
pitching a shutout
Yeah, no one's doing that.
in his series. It's just not happening.
I'm not sure we get a 1-goal game again. We had 1. I'm not sure we get another one.
Right. Yeah, the list is shorter now of who can win it. It's not just McDavid, though. I mean, Draisaitl's got to be in the equation now.
Oh, there's no debate. Yeah, there's no debate. I mean, he has to be.
Yeah. So, wow, there's Mr. Anderson put his list in there. I believe he's down south somewhere. Bennett's +150, Draisaitl +250, McDavid 3-1, and Marchand 14-1. Huh.
Here's the question. Is this the best Stanley Cup ever? It's trending. It's trending that way, Dave.
It's in the top 3
right now. But if we get 2 more games in overtime and we get a 7-game series, I can't think of a more exciting, more interesting series than this has been. And it's interesting. You brought up the ice. They were pretty adamant to talk about the $10 million that the NHL spent on the ice, trying to make sure that it's perfect in Florida for a 97-degree day outside in Sunrise, Florida, to then come inside to play hockey on ice. And they said that air temperature on the ice level was 61 degrees. Now, I'm not a math major, but that's double what water freezes at.
Yeah.
So why are we bragging about 61 degrees when it needs to be 32 to play hockey?
Well, it doesn't need to be 32 to play. It needs to be 32 to make the ice.
Yes.
When you remember how steamy the Boston Garden used to get.
Yes. It was awful.
It was disgusting. I was in there for one playoff game, and I kept going to my mom, like, what are we doing? It's so hot in here. It was May.
Well, the Oilers, I mean, it was the Fog Bowl against the Oilers. That was the Fog Cup game.
So I think the ability to get a building from 97 outside to 61, that's probably why they're bragging. But listen, if the ice was so bad, how'd they get 9 goals?
Right.
So
the ice is bad, though. I mean, you can
it
see
is.
The puck just won't lay flat.
No.
It just bounces around like crazy. And like, I know they were trying to sell it to the public. Like, the ice is great. I was like, are you watching the game? The ice is not great. Like the puck is bouncing like crazy. It's not how it should be.
I don't think a game has to go to overtime to make it the best Stanley Cup ever. But if it does go to overtime, one more of these 3, if they go 7,
right,
and there's another overtime game, 4 overtime games in a 7-game series in a Stanley Cup final, it's definitely in the running for being the best Stanley Cup ever. There's a couple people putting in some good choices. 1994 Rangers and Canucks still probably wins from Mr. Anderson. That was an unbelievable series. 7 games, Rangers won with Messier. 87 Oilers Flyers, another good one. Hextall won the Conn Smythe as the losing goalie. He was amazing. I don't know. I know the Penguins and the Red Wings 2009 was a 7-game series, and that was a pretty excellent series as well. But this is up there. It has to be in the argument, no?
Oh, it is in the conversation. And we've
Yeah.
only played 4 games. Let's go and play this thing. Let's coming up now for, 3 more games of this. And it's only 1 day off. They play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of travel back to Edmonton for 1 day off. So,
Yeah, Hockey Night in Canada will get the biggest rating ever.
whew.
It'll be on the whole day tomorrow. Up north is planned around that game.
Zach, while this is true, it was not Skinner had nothing to do with the win last night.
Right?
Technically, this is true, but he had nothing to do with that.
Right. Yeah.
But he is undefeated. So on those things, yes, that is very true. So did you watch any of the pregame where they had the award ceremony on a 30-minute show?
I did not.
So they did it here last year. They
Yeah.
did the NHL award show here in Vegas.
Yep.
To go from that to what they did yesterday, I was rolling laughing at it. I thought this is the most typical NHL thing to do, is that they have this big show event and then it didn't work the way they wanted it to, or it was too expensive, or whatever reason they would come up with as to why they had to change it.
Mhm.
They then flipped it into a 30-minute television show with all pre-recorded things where the players were handed their trophies when they won different awards. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I watched it going like, what in the holy hell is this? But the takeaway that everybody has, Connor Hellebuck, sorry, I misspelled his last name. Sorry. Hellebuck winds up getting a double award. He gets the Hart and the Vezina. He gets the MVP and he gets the best goalie. First goalie to win the MVP in 10 years.
Surprised?
I mean, it just shows you it's a regular season award. Like, that's all that it is.
Right.
Carey Price was the last goalie in 2015 to win the Hart Trophy.
Right.
Because in the playoffs, you would not have given him the MVP for the playoffs, given what he did on the road.
Yeah.
He was an absolute fade on the road.
The NHL awards show back in the day, when it was modest and still like a hockey fan only thing, was a fun excuse to see guys dressed up in either tuxedos or suits and get these awards and do all this stuff.
Right.
Try to go a little too much showbiz and, came out here and did it a couple times and for whatever reason didn't want to come back out here, whatever it is. So as far as that goes, I don't know if there's a good way to do it, when to do it. I mean, to do it on the night of Game 4, even worse.
On a TV show.
Really?
And make it into a TV show.
Like
a 30-minute pre-produced television show.
We're talking about the game.
Yeah.
So why would anybody talk about the awards?
Well, it created controversy because Hellebuck winning it, people were like, wait, what? Like, he won the Hart Trophy? Not Draisaitl? Like, huh? Like, that was the big, everybody thought Draisaitl was going to win it. Like, that was the thought. And that he won both the Vezina. So, like, the Vezina goes to Hellebuck. Everyone's cool with that. Like, fine.
Yeah.
It's the Hart Trophy. It's the MVP going to Hellebuck. It's what's causing everyone to go, oh, timeout. Wait, what? He won the MVP? Okay, sure.
I mean, I'm glad you put it in the rundown because I saw it for 1 second yesterday and I went, I wonder how many times that's happened where the goalie won the MVP. It's not often.
No.
It never happened before. Never.
It's been 10 years. Carey Price.
Yeah, but even before that, it was very rare. A skater always won the MVP.
Yeah.
The goalie award was the Vezina.
Well, it's kind of like Cy Young and MVP, right? In baseball.
Kind of.
You have an award for the best pitcher. That's the Cy Young.
Yeah.
You don't give the MVP to the best pitcher. You have that for batters, guys who play in the field. Same thing in hockey. MVP normally is a skater. The Vezina Trophy goes to the best goaltender. Like, there is an award, or already is an award for the best goaltender. Giving them both? Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Don't know if I would agree. If I was going to vote for that, I'm not sure I would have voted for that, to be quite honest. To baseball, the Giants had a win probability of 94.3%.
Wow.
Against Colorado.
Yeah.
To blow my parlay. 7-3 lead. They lose the game 9-8. They walk off the Giants. The Colorado batters get to the bullpen, the best ERA bullpen. It was really pretty funny, too, to watch some of the Giants media be like, it's a really hard place to play. Colorado's a really hard place to play. That's just, hey, we win 2 out of 3. We move on. It's like they just won their 7th game on June 12th. The hell are you talking about? That Colorado is a hard place to play. That's a bad loss. That's a bad loss.
Colorado's first walk-off win of the season, obviously. I mean, their only 13th win of the entire season. But do you put a lot of stock into those win percentages things?
None. Absolutely none. It's just funny to see it, just from a math problem perspective.
Well, it's funny to see when you don't have a bet on the game. Right. As you're seeing it and you're like, wait a second, was it really that much? Like, it
really was. I mean, like, historically speaking, they're up 7-3 in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's the best ERA bullpen in baseball.
I know.
Like, that should not happen. Like, you should not allow that team to beat you 9-8. Like, that should not happen. Like, that's just a bad loss. That's just a bad, every way around, bad loss for the Giants to get walked off in that manner.
Geez, Ish.
Yeah.
165. The Giants was the only losing leg on my 8-leg money line parlay MLB.
Yep. Always won.
Good day yesterday for a lot of people in betting baseball, except that game. That was the sweeper.
There's bad beats, and then there's losing the Rockies in the 9th inning.
Good call, Darby.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. All losses are not equal. I'll give you that when it comes to the Giants. So that burned me. It burned a lot of people. That was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm watching this game. We got done, and I'm watching this going, are you seriously going to blow this? Like, come on, man. 3-2, bases loaded. They're up by 1 run. Reliever greases a fastball over the middle of the plate. Line drive single, 2-run score, game over. I was like, what the hell are we doing?
And then Scooble does Scooble things.
Yes, destroys the Orioles. Doesn't even
masterful.
Can't even touch them. Like, unhittable, not touchable. The other side of my parlay was great. It was completely simplistic and got there. So the Cardinals are proving to be one of the most streakiest teams in all of baseball. Now 5 straight losses for them after losing 6-0 to the Brewers on this. Are the Cardinals good, or are they just going to be one of these roller coaster teams that every year, every game, we don't know what to get out of them?
I think the Cardinals started better than anticipated.
Yep, definitely.
I think now, what's that expression? Water finds its level.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're finding their level now. The ups, downs, they're going to happen. But I think they're going to go through stretches like this where they play a good team, then another good team. They may be susceptible to 5-6 game losing streaks.
Yeah.
Perrault today, big favorite. Wow, it's only minus 150. I thought it'd be a little bit higher against Fetty. I like Milwaukee. Simple.
Yeah, they need it today. Cardinals need a win today.
Yeah.
Just to get off their schneid here. 3 wins in their last 10, 5 losses in a row. They're now back to being in 3rd place in the division, 6 games behind the Cubs, half a game behind the Brewers now. So 37.
Did you see the kid for the Brewers pitch yesterday?
102 miles per hour.
Man, 6'7".
Cannon.
Letting it fly.
And so that leads us to the next story, because Aaron Savali was told, you need to go to the bullpen because you're not getting anybody out. He told them, no, I am not going to the bullpen. Thank you. I am not going to help this team. And they said, okay, great. You're going to the White Sox.
Yeah.
We're sending you to the White Sox. I love this. Send players to purgatory. If they're going to be dinks and not do what the team needs. His ERA is over 4. He wasn't getting anybody out. And they sent him to the White Sox.
Yeah. So now is he going, I should have went to the bullpen?
Probably so. Yep.
You know, because I mean, it ain't far. I got to go down to Chicago here and get a place. I'm going with the White Sox now. Yeah, your reward is the second worst team in the majors. LOL. Nobody
think it's
LOL in
brilliant.
Mr. Anderson.
I think it's brilliant that the Brewers did this. Like, okay, you think you have some power here? Sure. Hey, you want Savali? Sure. Give me a bag of balls. Thanks. Hey, pack your stuff. You're out. You're going to Chicago.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
hopefully,
brilliant.
hopefully, when he gets to Chicago, he still gets to be a starter.
You assume so.
Wouldn't that be a kick in the nuts?
If they put him into the bullpen,
right? Hey, what number do you want?
Right.
28. Well, 28's for the starters. You got to get a bullpen number. What? Oh yeah, you're in the bullpen here too. I mean that would
That's a
be
good point.
complete kick in the nuts.
Because there's no promises being made by the new team that you get a
No.
rotation spot. It's a good point. You know, I love this story. I think this is more stories like this. Like, again, I thought the Red Sox should have been way harsher than they were on Rafael Devers when he said, "I'm not playing first base." It's like, you have no power on this. We're paying you. Like, you are an employee. At the end of the day, you still work for us. We need you to do this. So
yeah, but Rafi's, hits 300 and hits bombs.
Right. True. Right.
So,
yeah,
that's a little different than this guy situation. Yeah.
They even sent money part of the deal. True. Right. Take them.
Did they really?
Yeah. Please take them. we want no part of you.
Wow.
You need to go. Like, goodbye. Like,
okay.
You don't want to be here? That's great. We're trying to do something special here with the Brewers. We don't need to worry. And if you don't want to pitch and help us, then forget it. Get out of here, because we've given up 283 runs so far. That's the second highest in the entire division. Only the Cardinals have given up more at 299. So they have a plus 17 run differential. So or plus 22 run differential rather. So it's not like they've been mowing people down. They need help. And so you don't want to be a part of it? Great. Head on out to Chicago. Go pitch for the White Sox. Let's see how you like playing for the for the White Sox. Ice cold, but I love it. News of the industry. All right, this has been, we have not talked about this yet, but it's been pretty much like the biggest story in sports betting for the last couple of days. And well, in Illinois, FanDuel put it up, and DraftKings has since followed. They are going to have a surcharge for gamblers.
Yep.
Going to affect on September the 1st if the new per wager tax is signed by the governor. This is not good for gamblers in Illinois. Would you agree, Dave?
It's not good for anyone betting small amounts. And you just had 50 cents on every bet. So, I mean, there's people that bet 50 cents. There's people that bet $1.
Right.
There's people that bet $2. So this is going to be one of those situations where I don't think the two books, FanDuel and DraftKings, that are doing this can institute a higher minimum, because then they will lose people quantity-wise in droves, and they don't want to do that now that they're charging the fee. But no other, I mean, that's the incentive now. Like, well, geez, if you're going to charge us on the number of bets we're going to take, just on the number of bets we're going to take, and our average bet size, which when you ask books in general is anywhere between $6 and $8, their average bet size. Don't let anybody fool you. The average bet size is that small, quantity-wise. There's way more people betting smaller money than there are betting big money. And anybody betting big money that actually wins runs into a problem. Can't keep that account alive. So, am I surprised by this happening? 0% chance of surprise. Are any other books going to do it?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
This is for the big two in Illinois.
I mean, we put it up when they announced this, that DraftKings and FanDuel have a gigantic lead on MGM and Caesars in terms of 3 and 4 in the state of Illinois. I mean, it is dramatically different, but as our friends at ingame.com wrote this morning, The first 20 million mobile bets accepted by a licensee in the fiscal year will have a 25-cent surcharge. That surcharge goes up to 50 cents on all wagers accepted above 20 million. The $55.2 billion budget passed in the State House is awaiting the governor's signature. The surcharge would take effect on July 1st at the start of the new fiscal year. DraftKings, like FanDuel, added that if the surcharge is repealed from the bill, it would not impose this 25 cents and 50 cents surcharge. Illinois is the second largest legal sports betting market in the United States behind New York. It's 1.28 billion handle for April, announced on Thursday, moved Illinois within 304 million of being the third state to reach 50 billion total handle post PASPA. It was also enough for Illinois to retake the number 3 spot from Nevada, perhaps on a permanent basis, as the two states are now separated by $1.2 billion. Billion.
So
just a numbers problem for Nevada. Not enough people here.
right. What is it? New York, New Jersey, Illinois?
No, right
That
now
one,
it's
two, and
New
three?
York. Right now it's New York, Illinois, Nevada. Right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's going to change as these states grow.
Right.
It's just going to be, I mean, it's just what I can't wait to see what it looks like, because, like, all right, take a Vegas bill, right? You come, you sit down, you order your bill, you order your $20 burger and your $10 drink, and like they put all the like the surcharges on the bottom of it, right? Like the room tax and all the other crap that they've got for, like, you know, things. You look at your bill and you're like, why are there like 5 charges for bills on this?
Yeah.
So like you're telling me, like, when I go to buy the bet, it's going to be like $20 plus 110. Your payout's going to be X, but really your bet is $20.50. Like where is it going to show up?
Wow. That's a good question. It's
know what I
going to
mean?
be, yeah. I don't know if it's an itemized.
It has to
because
be. You're buying something. So I'm buying a bet. I want to put $20 down. So in reality, it's $20.50, which is a tax, which I'm not going to get any more money from that bet.
right.
That number, that 50 cents is a charge. It's not a bet. I'm not making money off that wager. That's a surcharge.
So maybe as you're doing it, apparently it's only going to be on the app. So
Correct.
Over the counter, you won't have to encounter this.
Now betting through StubHub with all these extra charges. Yes, Brennan. Yes. that's what
Essentially,
you're doing. Yes.
yeah. So you have a 20 that you want to use as the bet. You have to do 19 and 50, right? And so that'll
fair.
affect
Yeah,
the odds
fair,
and the
right.
payouts. So
Fair,
you only get
yeah.
taken out $20.
Yep. Fair.
Oh, that's going to be.
So you're telling me over the counter, this does not affect over the counter. So Wrigleyville's.
That's what I was told.
So the DK Sportsbook doesn't have to worry about that, because Ish says it's going to be a ghost town.
I was told it's only on online wagers.
I think you're right. I think it says
Yeah.
mobile. It says mobile wagering.
Mobile. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. 20 million mobile bets.
Which does that count kiosks?
It should.
I would
'cause
think so, right?
Kiosks count as mobile.
Yeah.
It's the app. So yeah.
Right.
Illinois has 10 mobile sports books in operation. Bet365 was the latest to launch in March. So BetMGM only averages 1.4 million wagers per month. So, and Fanatics is 1.3.
So they're not even
Coming
even
close.
to 20.
Not even
they're
close
not-
to getting the
right.
20 million. So really it's only affecting those 2 states. And that's really what it is. It's a target on, hey, you guys are coming in here. You're making a lot of money off of our state. We're going to make sure that we get our cut.
Yeah.
DraftKings, FanDuel, you guys are operating on a different level as everybody else. So we're going to tax you differently.
Again, they call it the sin tax, and whatever they're going to go after, whatever they're going to get, however they're going to get it. I don't think this is the first state or the last state to do it either.
No. New York may do it. I mean, if it works, it all comes down to what the public expects or accepts. Like if a gambler doesn't care, I'm like, I don't care about 50 cents, whatever. If it doesn't drive people, if I'm in Southern Illinois and I can drive over to Missouri or Iowa, or I can hop over to Ohio, or like I can go into a different state that doesn't have this. If that's enough to drive me across the border, then I think it's a problem. If it's not, then I don't think anyone really, I mean, you could see other states jump in with it and say, well, they've got it. Why can't we?
Nobody's driving to Indiana unless they're 10 minutes away.
Okay. Well,
Right?
live on the,
For 50 cents a bet.
Right.
Nobody's, I mean, unless you're really right over the border, you're not doing it.
Right.
So they're going to get it. I don't know. If you'd have told me 5 years ago, 2 years after Pass for Pass, watch this, Dave. They're going to institute these betting surcharges on bets. They're going to put in 50 cents. They're going to charge you for the taxes, for this, for that. And I would have been like, no, they're not. I mean, the juice is enough. It should be enough. They're going to do handle. The state's going to get what they want. The book's going to get what they want. How much more do you need? Well, I'd have been wrong. Dead wrong.
I do think that, and we have had Alex Kane on from Sport Trade quite a bit on this topic, saying that policing or taxing the sports betting world all with a one homogenized tax is not right because of what is happening with FanDuel and DraftKings and the level that they are operating at, and that everyone else is operating in a totally different world than what those two books are operating on. I mean, they have 80% to 85% or higher in every single state that they operate in. They dominate, and everybody else is fighting for the remaining 15%.
Yep.
So that, I think there is some logic behind taxing differently and having different tax structures in place, because you do want to have small businesses or entrepreneurs, innovators to come into your state and operate and say, okay, maybe we can create a new product or something different that's unique to Illinois, unique to Iowa, unique to Ohio, whatever it might be from a gambling perspective. So I'm okay with that. DraftKings and FanDuel passing along the tax to their customer is no surprise. That happens in every walk of life. You tax, you raise, whether it be cigarettes, alcohol, whatever. If you go ahead and charge 50 cents more for beer, it's going to be 50 cents more now to buy the beer from the place.
Right.
So it's not like we haven't seen this before, but I just wonder how DraftKings and FanDuel, if they start to mobilize their users against these states and say, hey, this is discriminatory. We do a good job. You guys are our customer, and they're penalizing you guys because you like what we have to offer and what we offer to you.
Yeah. In all of this, don't forget, the first 25 million is 25 cents.
Yeah. 20 million. Yeah.
So the first
First
20 million
20.
bets is 25 cents.
Yeah.
The book's charging 50 cents.
Flat. Yeah. The book's making money.
On the first 20 million, the book's making money.
Yeah.
To then break even. So the book's coming out ahead. So don't worry about the books. Right?
Which is that's shady. That is shady on shady on shady that they are doing that. Yeah. But the reason why they're doing that is because everyone's looking at the top line and saying, well, it's a 50-cent surcharge. Well, actually, no, it's not. It's actually only 25 cents. Yeah. And then for the first 20 million, in 20 million, someone do the math for me. 20 million times 0.25% is not a small amount of money. That's a lot of money. I'll do it myself right now. For 20 million, for 20 million, 0.25. Yeah, that's $5 million.
$5 million. Yeah.
It's 5 million. Yeah. each. FanDuel and DraftKings are pulling $5 million more.
Right.
Off their customers. Off the top.
Which, now, will that be taxed differently?
It should be.
Gambling income?
It should be.
Right?
Should be. Help pay their other taxes, whatever else they're doing. It's 5 million, JC from Casey, not 500,000, right? I didn't do the math wrong, did I? No, it's 5 million.
25% of 20 million is $5 million.
Yeah.
So
move that over two more.
The taxes, the way the books are being taxed is what prompted prediction markets and different
True.
things, right? Like it's all starting to become more of an issue because the books have to find a way to go, well, they're doing it again. They're raising the taxes again. So we can't just take it. We can't just leave. What do we do? Well, we'll charge the customers. Okay.
Oh,
Which
boy.
state does it next? I mean, it's New York does it.
Massachusetts.
Oh, you think?
Probably Massachusetts. I mean, live up to the name, Massachusetts.
Right.
Just
Right.
follow
Right.
the money. Oh, you guys are making. I mean, DraftKings and FanDuel. I mean, DraftKings makes more money than FanDuel does in Mass, but they're the big two.
Right.
So there, New York is the one that would, with a 51% tax rate. If New York follows suit, oh my, that would be something. Ohio, maybe, because they're mad about what's going on with their taxes.
Maybe. I don't know. But I will be surprised if no one else does it.
Yeah.
Once they do it in Illinois and they show everybody how to do it.
Yep. And it's accepted.
And they go, okay, look, it didn't really drop the handles. Football season. It's this, it's that. I just know how it's going to be spun. It's no big deal.
Boy. All right, to tonight, game 4, Thunder laying 6 at the Pacers. Number was 5.5. Now it's 6 for game 4. Total is down to 226.5. Caitlin Clark should be in attendance. She's 8-0 when she is at the game.
Speaking of which, by the way, I forgot to even mention it. Did you see Taylor at the game last
I
night?
intentionally did not talk about it.
Okay.
Did I not see Taylor? All we got was Taylor, TNT. It's like, stop it. Everybody who cared about seeing Taylor at the game had already seen Taylor at the game on social media. So stop showing Taylor Swift every 2 seconds. And I like Taylor Swift a lot. But just like football season, I don't need to see it. What's funny is they're now claiming there's a Taylor Swift curse after what happened to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and now the Panthers last night.
Oh.
There is now a Taylor curse being pushed.
Really?
Yeah, that maybe you don't want her there. So here we go now with the Oiler fans now wanting her to come to game 5. They're all inviting her, saying, come up north, come to the game, because we think that you're the reason why your team, the team you were cheering for, blew a 3-0 lead.
There's no chance she's going to game 5, right?
The only reason why they were there last night was because of Kachuk. So Matthew Kachuk.
Okay.
So they met last year after the Cup win for the Panthers. They all partied together. Travis, Taylor, all of them with the Cup. So that was another, come to the game, hang out with us, blah, blah, blah. They put her in the box next to all of the Florida dignitaries, the mayor, the assistant mayor, like all these politicians were right next to Taylor Swift, which is pretty funny. They intentionally put her in that box right next to all the elected officials that were there last night. So, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's funny that for a long time, like everyone said, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs with Taylor present, they were like 8-0 or whatever the hell they were. They never lost.
Right.
And now there's 2 big losses with her in place, her in person. So,
wow.
Yeah. Stop showing Taylor Swift, please. Just stop it.
But you're okay showing Caitlin Clark.
They don't show Caitlin Clark the way they show Taylor Swift. They show her once or twice, like they should. I don't care. Show me the people that are there. I'm good with that. B-roll shots of Taylor and Travis in the box, 1-2 time a game. I'm good. They went to break every damn time. Jackie Redmond was using Taylor Swift lyrics in her live hits.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing?
Too much.
Like, what are we doing?
Too
Stop
much.
it. Yeah. Bad blood. Like I'm like, can you not please? Like, this is too much. I know she's a big Swiftie. Fine. I'm a big Swiftie too. I got all the references. I know what you're doing. Don't need it. They don't. So if Caitlin Clark was shown the way that Taylor is being shown, I would have the same opinion, but but she's not.
Right.
So
Pacers outright tonight when they show her?
No, I think the Thunder wins tonight outright.
I do too.
I would be.
But I thought the Thunder were going to win game 3.
I'm going to be very, very, very surprised if the Pacers lose tonight. I mean, if the Thunder lose tonight. This team has done all year. They have done this. They are one of the best bets, money line after a loss in the NBA. And this is the biggest game of the year that they cannot lose.
Pacers are different, man. Pacers, I mean, it wouldn't, I wouldn't be shocked.
Right.
I think the Thunder are going to win. I do. But I'll tell you, we'll know during the game. If the Thunder don't, they have to control the game in the second half.
They got to relax. Just play their game. They're the better team. Just play your game. Just calm down. Like the Pacers have managed to speed them up and to get them out of their game. And the Pacers are playing with house money, and they know it. And the Thunder look like the team that everyone picked to win, and all the pressure is on them. And now tonight, all the pressure is really on them to win. SGA's carrying a pretty big crown.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the MVP. You're supposed to take over games.
Didn't we say yesterday when we summed up the game that OKC looked tired?
Yes, and they admitted it. I mean, SGA admitted it after the game that they got tired.
Dave's Daily Pick says the Thunder can't physically keep up. The Pacers are better conditioned.
To run, I mean, it happened to the Knicks. I mean, that's been the run as to why players got hurt, why Cavalier players got hurt, why Knicks players got hurt, that the Pacers, their pace of play for 4 quarters is very difficult to face. But the Thunder play they play up tempo too. So I don't really buy that. I think it has less to do with conditioning and more to do with nerves and more to do with not playing relaxed basketball because the Pacers are overly confident and they have nothing to lose. And the Thunder have everything to lose.
Series over if Pacers win?
Yes. Yes.
In 5?
No, I don't know in 5, but I don't to see OKC win 3 games in a row. Again, we haven't seen the Pacers lose back-to-back games since March. You tell me they're going to lose 3 games in a row? Hard to see it.
Wow. I don't know. I mean, again, right now, I would take OKC money line. That'd be my bet. I'm not crazy about the 6.
No. I mean, they're 0-8.
Really not.
They're 0-8 on the road. Why would you lay that? Why would you lay 6 points with the Thunder?
Because of after a loss.
Fine, but they're 0-8. They've not covered a number yet on the road in the playoffs, in these playoffs. So no, I would not. I mean, everyone's on +6. That's just a very, very popular bet tonight, but I can't really argue with it.
No.
I mean, the logic is there. The numbers are there. I mean, you have all the evidence you need as to why you would bet Indiana tonight and take the 6 points.
Yeah.
I just think Thunder money line's easier. Forget the spread.
Right.
How about 230? 230?
What should it be?
I don't know. I mean, under $2. It just seems heavy. They're losing the series. I mean, this means they're winning tonight.
I don't think it does. I think if you want to bet on OKC on the series right now, just go to $2.
Right.
It's simple.
You'll get it
immediately. Just get off market 20 cents. Simple. 30 cents, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let's announce it right here. Whoever's watching the show. Go see wherever you're at right now. Hoop heads. See what the series price is. Different states. There's not much variance on this price. Which, I don't know. Right now, we got guys putting in the series price. Thunder 4-3 is +170. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. He put in Pacers series win 4-2 is 5-1. Pacers 4-3 is 8-1 right now. So you have options. I mean, the series is going. It's not going 5. And we can rule that out. We know OKC can't win it in 5, and there ain't no way in hell.
Here's the problem.
Pacers are winning tonight and then winning the next game.
Here's the problem for Pacer fans. You guys are getting real confident. I'm watching you guys in the chat. You guys are getting way too confident. Okay. I know your eyes are deceiving you on this, but if you get blown out by 30 tonight, I'm not going to be surprised. Like the Thunder, they don't play well in tight basketball games. It's kind of what the Celtics had on them for a bit. Boston, when they won, they beat the hell out of you. And then it came to a fourth quarter, and the Knicks did it, get them to the fourth quarter, get them to a tight game, and then you can play your style, and you can win that game because they don't play well in the fourth quarter in tight games. But the Thunder, traditionally, after a loss, they win by like 1,000 points. Like they just annihilate their opponent. Like it's not close. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be an interesting start to this game, because if the Thunder jump out and take the home crowd out of it and just silence everything, it won't surprise me.
Our guy Tucker's watching the show right now.
What's up?
Hi, Tucker. Good to see you, sir. He said, let's go Pacers. OKC ain't winning with Halliburton hot. He's repping his team, Iowa State.
He's an Iowa State guy.
Well,
it's
good.
fine.
Yeah, that's all well and good.
I think
but if you like the Thunder to win the title,
I have a plus 110 ticket on it. Yes.
There's no better price than right now.
Oh, right. Yeah. I already have a ticket though. I don't need it. I'm just going to watch and I haven't even hedged off of it yet.
Right.
I still think the Thunder are going to win the championship. I just need to wait and see how it all plays out. I'm so curious to see what this game looks like, because I do think if the Thunder win tonight, the Thunder win the series. Thunder lose tonight, I think the Pacers win the series. But if I get an even money bet and they're down 3-1 and it's even money, I'm betting the Pacers. I'm getting out of my bet and I'm good. Like it's all fine. So like that's the surprising thing for me.
Already on OKC. And if you think OKC is going to win tonight, you should lay it.
The points?
You have a 230. No, you have a money line series price. You should lay it at 230 or 220, whatever you can find. You cost average, you make your price worse on plus 110, but you add another unit. So now you have a unit to win 110, and you're laying 220 to win another unit. So you've laid 3 to win 2, essentially. So you're laying 150 total. If they win, you can automatically take the Pacers plus $3, $4, whatever it is, and you earn. You don't have any, you have no sweat.
It's a lot of math.
It is, but it's not. it's a way to get out of the bet. if you think OKC's going to win today and add money to it, that's all. You don't have to do anything. I mean, you can wait, and if they win game 5, you can get a parlay with
Thunder. I'm putting the Thunder money line into a parlay, so okay. I'm taking Thunder money line, but I'm using other stuff with it.
Right back. Hold on.
Okay, I'm using other stuff with it on this. But JJ, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Happy you're here. Thanks for being a part of this. Yeah, Joe. Look, I'm not going to deny that I thought there would be a gentleman's sweep, but I didn't think like Jay-Z. I didn't put $1 million down on it. I thought it was going to be, if you guys go and look at on this show, on Twitter, everything I said, there was far too much groupthink on that. Like everyone thought that. And I was like, that's really bad news. It's the same thing going on with Scottie Scheffler right now. Everyone's on Scottie Scheffler. Look what he's done today. I mean, look what he's been lucky to make the cut today. But there were more bets made on Scottie Scheffler than every other golfer combined. And Scottie Scheffler went out there today and looked awful. Like the cut's 5, Scottie's 4 over. He's lucky to be playing the weekend. So like, if you're sitting on a Scottie Scheffler to win ticket, good luck. I mean, can he do it? Yeah, but he's coming from basically last place or near last place to win the U.S. Open. So like groupthink, and I don't like groupthink ever. And the 4-1 OKC was a groupthink bet. Everyone was on it. It was way too scary how everybody was on 4-1. Well, whether it was a marketing stunt or not, it's still a $1 million bet the Fanatics took on 4-1, and he wasn't alone. Go look and see how many people said 4-1, me being one of them. But there were a lot of people that said 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. I'll tell you right now, everybody was on the air on Sports Grid. Everyone was on the air saying the same thing, 4-1. Like everyone. So it's not that. I mean, every guest we had on the air, like it's been pretty much the running theory that this was going to be a 4-1 final. It can still be a 4-2 final. Like OKC can still win this game in 6, win this thing in 6.
Yeah.
So that's what, one game more than what we thought. So tonight will tell us a lot, obviously.
The money line tonight is minus 225, 230-ish. You can do that too. Just play it tonight. And I mean, you could roll it over, or just you have a unit now. If you win the unit tonight, you could use that to then play Indiana plus a big price. Then you have plus on both sides. I don't know. You have options, but you have to believe that OKC is going to win. That's your play on the money line. Jermaine Burchell, bookie it. I have never seen Jermaine in here before. Hi, Jermaine. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Bookie it. It's the Bostonian versus the bookie it.
Whatever. It's perfect.
Well, good
Junebug, hey, Dave, come to Omaha and call the pigs. Boy, that would be fun. At some point, Junebug, going to get to Omaha. Got a few things we're up against right now.
Do you know what June's asking you to do, though?
Who, Pig Suey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. Believe me, I don't. Yeah, whatever. Teach me how to do it, I'll do it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Big Suey Razorbacks.
Right?
Poor Dane Ullman. He'll never live that down. Better to book it time. All right, let's do parlay. Thunder's in the parlay.
Okay.
Royals with Waka on the mound against the A's and Severino, who's been actually damn good on the road for the A's. 0.87 ERA. But Waka's been great. Money line, Royals.
Royals money line. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Fine.
And then Braves run line to go back and take down the Rockies when the Giants couldn't get the Braves today. Elder's pitching, which is not great, but they've got Herman Marquez on the mound, who is an absolute gas can. And the Braves should score a ton of runs today. 3-1.
I hope they do. Yeah.
3-1. Oh, thank you, Steve.
I think this wins. I think it's chalky. I think it wins.
The Thunder burn me.
Wow.
The Thunder losing might be the one that burns me.
Right?
That would piss me off if that happened. Yeah.
The one that's going to lose is the Royals.
You think the Royals are going to lose to the A's?
Well, I think it's possible.
Severino
pitch is good. I think that's the one that's that's the one that's the leak.
The leak, possibly. And then obviously you have the Royals who have lost 6 straight games to the Yankees. They're reeling, but they get somebody else besides the Yankees to play finally. So they actually can go and do some damage against somebody else. So that's why I like the Royals to bounce back and snap the 6-game losing streak that they're currently on, or whatever the hell it was. They've been bumbling their way through it. But Walker's been great for the Royals.
Yeah.
So, and I need the bats to get going and hit Marquez. So Thunder, Royals, Braves, money line, run line. You can do Royals run line if you want, and it makes it like a 6-1 return, but I don't like that. That scares the hell out of me, given the Royals.
Yeah.
They win way too many
inability
games.
to score runs.
Yeah. With 1 run wins, it's far too often for them.
Right.
Back to basketball. If you have a better to book it for me, throw it to me in here in a second.
Okay.
Lou Dort, over 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. This cleared easily.
Dort last time?
And it cleared easy. Right back to the well with it. Just like the bets, just like the saves. I'm 4-0 on the saves.
Yeah.
Going right back to the well that's hit in the first quarter.
The Bobrovsky save number, by the way, tomorrow night better be 29.5. If it was our book, it would be 29.5.
Why? I got in regulation 27. I barely got there.
I need to know what the number is to under. Like, I need somebody to bet me under. That's 4 in a row. I'm moving that number. We're 29.5. Say it's, you got to get 30 to beat
for
us.
the game. Because if it goes to overtime, you can't put a number high enough.
I only do it for overtime included.
So if you do it overtime included, I'll still bet over.
Over 29.5?
Yeah, I'm still bet over. The 3 overtime games, it's soared.
Oh,
over.
I know. Yeah, with the overtime, I know I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, forget it.
I understand why the books changed that bet and made it just regulation.
One bet, one book did. FanDuel, just one book. Nobody else did. Just them.
Okay, well, I wouldn't. I just move a number and then take my chances.
Oh,
That
it's
it don't
28
go
and
to
a half.
overtime.
All right. So they're finally learning their lesson.
29.5 is my number. Somebody asked me that yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I make it 29.5. Sick of that thing going over. What was this last time when we went over?
Well, I did points and assists last time. It was 8.5. He had 9 points. He had 3 threes in the first quarter to
Right.
go over. Now this is points, rebounds, and assists for him. This has hit 3 out of 4 games, including the last game too. He had 17 last game.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Mm-hmm.
So what's his points number? 10.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or 9.5 or 10.
Okay.
He
yeah,
just
this
takes
probably
threes.
goes over.
He just takes threes. So that's
Right.
that's his. But he had a bunch of assists and rebounds in the last game. He was highly active last in game 3. And
Right.
they need him to be highly active again today.
Right.
So over 13.5 points, rebounds, assists
Yeah, that's a bet.
for Lou Dort.
I think it's a bet.
Did you have a better book for me?
I do. I have 3 baseball games.
Okay.
First one, Milwaukee at home. Pirates under. Skeens is pitching. I hope you have under 7. That was my play. I forgot to say it at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Hopefully you have under. Pirates are going to drive me crazy today and not score another run or 2 for Skeens.
What's the live number?
What, 4.5? I'm guessing right now. 0-0 through 3, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Probably 4.5.
Let me see. Right now, the live number of this is 4.5. Yep.
Still got it.
Minus 114 on both sides.
Still got it. Without even looking. 4.5. Milwaukee at home against Fetty. Milwaukee minus 150. Bet it or book it.
Look, I like betting streaks, so I probably would bet the streak. Cardinals have lost 6 games in a row. They're on the road against a really good team from the Brewers, who are 21-14 at home.
Yeah.
Perrault has been good.
Yeah.
Sub 3 ERA. Fetty's not been bad, but I would say take the Brewers.
Okay. Game number 2. Big game tonight. West Coast rivalry. The Giants are 1 game back of the Dodgers. It's June 13th. Nobody thought that was coming. Webb at now plus 165, plus 170 against Yamamoto.
Not fading the Dodgers at home.
It's an absolute play on the Giants. It has to be. You got they lose yesterday, get walked off to Colorado, go to the Dodgers. Who the hell's betting them? Nobody. This will be one of the book's biggest needs tonight, and you get one of the best pitchers in baseball, 3rd or 4th guy in the National League.
But Yamamoto is 2.
It's fine. So bet under 7.5 if you don't.
By the way, Webb's ERA is 4 on the road.
It's fine. All right. Well, I like Giants, so you take Dodgers. And the last one, the other West Coast game, Cleveland against Seattle. Cleveland is a pick 'em. It's actually minus 110 on Seattle, which would normally be even money, but most books don't do dime lines anymore. Okay. So you probably have to lay 105 or whatever on Cleveland. I got Cleveland better to book it.
I can't figure out either one of these teams.
Seattle's a mess.
They're both 500 baseball teams.
Yeah.
They both have offensive problems.
Yeah.
They both can pitch at times.
Yeah.
Castillo at home is not bad. I mean, he's got a 2.25 ERA at home. So I would probably say I'll take the home team. Give me the Mariners. I'll take them. But yikes. That's a tough game.
All right. I got Cleveland.
That's a stay away game. The game I will be watching, aside as basketball as well, Yankees Red Sox, Crochet Yarborough. I almost bet it. I haven't bet it yet, but Yarborough under 4.5 Ks. He only had 3 against the Red Sox. This is the same pitching matchup that happened in the first game of the last series for the Red Sox and the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Yarborough only had 3 Ks in that game, number 4.5. So I don't mind fading Yarborough here tonight. Crochet gave up 5 earned runs to the Yankees in that game at Yankee Stadium. One being a 3-run home run to right, which was a cheapie on a half, which would have been an out at Fenway Park.
Oh, so they just saw him 5 days ago?
Yep.
I like Yankees. Give a lineup like that a second opportunity within a week to see a guy.
Yeah. But couldn't say the same thing with the Red Sox against Yarborough. They're seeing him again. They can go ahead and crack him too.
I think it affects elite pitchers more.
Okay.
When they get that quick turnaround on them. Right? I don't know. It's plus price. I like Yankees.
It's rare.
It's not personal.
No. It's rare to get a plus price on the Yankees in an American League East matchup, to get plus 122 or plus 125.
Yeah.
I just, with Yarborough, it would give me pause. I think first 5 over isn't a bad bet
Right.
here. I think Crochet probably gives up a couple in the first 5, and I think the Red Sox will hit Yarborough. And Marcelo Meyer has hit a couple of home runs here.
Yep.
You obviously have Roman Anthony, who's up for the Red Sox. A lot of energy in that building. This is the first time that the big 3, as they call them, Christian Campbell, Marcelo Meyer, and Roman Anthony, are all facing the Yankees in a series together. So there's a lot of buzz at Fenway tonight. With Crochet on the mound, this is a game that Sox fans are expecting to win tonight. Good game. Fun game. Probably a loss tomorrow, but with Crochet on the mound tonight, I think over is a good bet.
Is this the typical buzz in the ballpark at Fenway tonight?
Above.
Yeah.
Above. It's a Friday night game with the Yankees in town and Crochet on the mound. This is a hot ticket. This is a really fun game to be at. Weather sucks though.
Yeah.
It's 55 and cold, amazingly enough, at Fenway Park in June. What the hell are we doing?
I mean, we take it for granted because it's hot as hell here. Like it's heated up.
103.
I mean, easily over 100 every day.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the Pirates and the Cubs, and it's moist and raining, and it's wiping a ball off in between batters and stuff. I mean, it's just, you forget when you live here.
Yeah.
That those days still exist.
Sucks. One story for the Brigade Proxy Service Pro Football Story of the Day, and then we'll do Better to Book It, guys. So get revved up here for Better to Book It.
Roll call
All right.
Friday. You kept saying Better to Book It. Roll call Friday.
Sorry, Roll Call Friday. Sorry, I was reading it. Roll call. Yes, Roll Call Friday. Sorry. You're a Steeler fan.
Mm-hmm.
When you get up this morning and you see that an arrest warrant has been issued for Antonio Brown for attempted murder, what's your reaction to that?
Honest?
Because this story, if this was 20 years ago, this is a massive, massive story.
Right.
I feel like we're completely numb to these stories.
My first statement was going to be not surprised.
Right?
And that's disgusting.
I mean, I feel like Aaron Hernandez changed everyone's opinion of like, okay, like O.J. Simpson. Okay. He's wanted for attempted murder.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, this is $1 million athlete. This is somebody who has had the opportunities of the world opened up to him.
Yep.
And they want him for attempted murder for an event that happened in May.
It's June, boys. What took so long?
Well, you have to probably put it all together. Get the case together. But I just, my takeaway is we're numb. Like, we're numb to these stories. This is just
world,
like,
though, right? It's the world. We're numb to too many things. We're losing that human
shock
element, relatability, whatever it is, to so many things. I mean, think about, we were on the air doing the show while there was a shooting at the school you teach at UNLV. We've been on the air. That was the first one that came to mind. There was something else that came to mind that was like, wait, what's going on right now?
Right.
So, I don't know. I saw it. I went, geez, how did they win so many games back then? Like, what was he doing when he was playing and had all the money?
Right.
What was that locker room really like? How did they manage all that? Roethlisberger was throwing him passes. Le'Veon Bell was running. They were going to AFC championships, winning, games. Amazing.
Unbelievable, but we'll see what is happening with him because it's not good. Guys, we're doing the show for 1:40 because I have an event, so sorry to cut it off with Roll Call Friday, but we're going to get into Roll Call Friday, do as many of it as we can in the next 15 minutes to get you guys on screen. Roll Roll Call Friday, boys and girls.
3-digit area code, boys and girls. Bring it up wherever you're at. Just like that. Jimmy Football's first. Matt, I'm going to ask you today to alternate. I'm going to read one, you read one, I'll read one, you read one. Jimmy Football, 416 Toronto, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Happy I got my IT issues fixed today. I'm glad you did. I'm glad we did yesterday. Thank you guys for watching the show yesterday a little bit later.
It makes sense for PB, my resident Floridian, but also the Boston PB. We're looking forward to the Tom Brady statue. TB12, 12-foot high statue. Don't mess it up, Patriots. 941 in Venice, Florida, 87 degrees. Happy old-fashioned Friday, guys. That guy, PB, by the way, if you don't follow him on Twitter, you should. Awesome pictures with his BvB hat, old-fashioned, every single Friday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads, and of course, go Pats.
Yes, we'll have that message here at the end of the show. So we're going to get as many as we can in and leave us 5 minutes at the end to do favorite thing about today. Tyrone Boyd, T-Road, good to see you, sir. 202 BvB is the best, and go Pacers. Keep it up.
We'll see. TJF, I'm guessing you're a recruit because we have not seen your handle before into the chat. Thanks for being here. 248 in Oxford, Michigan. Where's Oxford, Michigan?
I don't know. Is that Upper Peninsula or Lower Peninsula? You guys tell us. Yep. Social Giant, best beard in the game on that avatar, 319 Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Good to see you here, Social. Thank you for being here. Happy Roll Call Friday.
Our second Canadian. Sorry, forgot about Jimmy Football being the first Canadian. Second one, 613 in Ottawa. Hopefully it's warm for you guys up there.
Absolutely. Steven Chavez, Roll Call Friday from the 626 in Covina, California. Going to the Dodger game tonight for that pitching matchup. Awesome. Love what you guys do with this. Keep up the great work. And go Dodgers and Oilers in 6. Wow. Good call, Stevie Chavez. We'll see.
We'll see. I'll knock through a couple of these quick ones. 206 in Seattle for TP. Are you with me? ? Good stuff there. Andy O, 864 in Woodruff, South Carolina. Sonic, what's up, my friend? 602 in Phoenix. Enjoy this coming weekend. Matt, Dave, and their brigade. Yes, Butchie, it is Friday the 13th, which is really kind of crazy. And then Kevin Roper in the 601 in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Always good to see Roper in there, so professional like with that avatar. There's J Dow Betts and Mrs. J Dow Betts, who's KD Dow, looking good as always. You two, not your Orioles though. 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. Happy Roll Call Friday, fellas. I will be making my annual Vegas UFC weekend trip for UFC 317 on the 28th. Have a great weekend. Hopefully we'll be able to run into you then. That would be great to see you. Give you a big hug.
I haven't decided if I'm going to that or not yet. I gotta figure that out. If I'm going to go to, I like the card. I don't love the card. I have yet to go to a UFC event in 2025, which is crazy. It's already June. I haven't gone to one yet, which is very, very rare. Jermaine Burchell, 513 in Cincinnati, Ohio. Deuce Daly, 603 in Windham, New Hampshire. I'll be up in your neck of the woods in a month or a couple of weeks. I'm about to hit the links. Hit them straight. Have a great weekend, Brigade.
Roger Long, 765, Clinton, Indiana. Moist here, too. Yeah, well, everybody likes it moist sometimes. Matt J, 2020, 440, Cleveland. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Absolutely. Happy Father's Day to you, too, Matt J. Ish, 165, 219, baby. Appreciate you guys and everyone in this chat. Love this community.
Friends, yep, go ahead. Francisco, 951 in Hemet, California. Oilers for the Cup. That ticket, yes, is still alive. Very, very true. UT Steve A, 407 Orlando. Yeah, 95 in Super Moises, Florida. Panthers in 7.
Oh, baby.
Santana in the 928, Yuma, Arizona. Happy Father's Day to all. What is the Dodger price today, Santana? Come on now.
You're slipping. Yeah, you didn't put it in there, unless we didn't see it. JC from KC, good to see you in here as always, sir. 216 Cleveland, Ohio, 77 degrees. Have a tremendous weekend. Go Royals. Royals are taking 2 out of 3, if not sweeping this weekend.
Let's go.
Private Gym Rat, 519 Cambridge, Ontario, Canada.
Look at that avatar. That's tremendous.
That is awesome.
Thank you for the super chat, JPC the 4th coming in. How's the back? The back is fine, but I don't know if you guys can see the bruise.
Hello.
From the fall.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, the back is fine.
All right.
My body is not, though.
Right. Jeez. Sports Avenger, good to see you in here, sir. 724, currently in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Don't stop believing in Scheffler. Wow.
I don't know. He's 4 over. He's pretty far back. Yes, if anyone's going to do it, it could be him, but I don't know. He does not.
Don't
look
let
like
him make a run on Saturday and put
Fair.
the fear of God in everybody on Sunday.
He's going to need to be a couple of strokes back. And that's not
Right.
what, remember, Tiger never did that either. Scotty has not done that either. Like,
Right.
come from behind and win a major. Not really what he does. He tends to put the number out there and lets everyone come and shoot for it on Sunday, and they
Yeah.
on the wayside. So that's more of his typical deal. Football Guy 97 and 717 Lancaster, PA. Last day of work for the summer. Very cool. Getting in the pool with adult beverage. Enjoy it. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the BvB dads.
Hatfield, 734 Canton, Michigan. Go Tigers. Happy Father's Day. Tigers are rolling, boys. Make your playoff plans. They're going to be fine. They're going to October. We'll see. Mikey Awesome, the Wrench, 757 ODU, Brigadeville, Virginia. Friday means I'm going home. Celebrate the small wins. I heart the BvB Brigade. Hopefully the car is running good too.
Very true. Ian Lights Out in 718 in Brooklyn, 78 and sunny, turning 42 tomorrow. Grateful to have the BvB and the Brigade in my life. Nice job. And then look at Chicago Kristen. She's in Cancun.
Yeah, her and Chicago John. Yeah, 998
in
Cancun, Mexico. 31 degrees in Celsius. Enjoy. You sent me a picture. That was awesome seeing the two of you having a good time.
Very cool.
Keep texting me, Chicago Kristen. I appreciate it. K-Bro, 617, Boston, 75 and sunny. Marchie gets another, like I said last week. Enjoy the weekend, everyone.
Fair. I'm with you on that. Lam Vu 714, sunny SoCal, first day of summer break for a teacher. Wow, you guys got out late. Glad to spend it with the BvB. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Fish Killer.
Right. Yeah, look at this. Fish Killer 73, 540 Roanoke, Virginia, 85 degrees. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, Fish Killer. Lanus, Crimmage, 705 Aurelia, Ontario, 15 degrees Celsius, which is 59 Fahrenheit. Feels like April. Blue Jays hot. Ready for another 2-game wild card loss. Come on. Toby.
Ouch.
Oh,
Everyone liking Arkansas in Omaha. Don't hate it. Francisco Carrasco, 501 Hot Springs, Arkansas. Woo Pig Suey. They get going in Omaha tomorrow. So we'll see what they wind up looking like. Look at Josie Myers.
Look at that. Joseph Myers, 913 Leavenworth, Kansas. Happy 250th birthday to the United States Army, a.k.a. my employers. This will defend. Excellent work, sir.
Chef Benny, 401 in Rhode Island. Thanks for another great week of shows. Happy Father's Day to you both and all the BvB dads. Have an amazing weekend, Brigade. We're going to do that here in just 1 minute. We'll do a little shout out to all you guys. Thank you, Santana, for throwing that up there. We appreciate it.
There you go. King of Car Seats, good to see you, sir. 651 Farmington, Minnesota. Another softball tourney to enjoy Father's Day. Happy day to Brigade and both of you. Same to you. Enjoy those softball tournaments, man. Those times go by fast. And, you know, there's a lot to be said for going and being there present while you can.
Addison, 812 in B-Town. Hart, Matt, Dave, and the Brigade, you too, my friend. And then lastly,
Chicago John,
the other
312 in the 011 Mexico for vacation, but made it for roll call Friday. Moist in the pool. That's it. Stay wet, baby.
Really?
Wet. He's in the pool.
Thanks, Chef Benny. Appreciate you coming in.
Thanks
with
for
that.
the deuce.
We appreciate that. Favorite thing about Favorite thing about today is what?
Father's Day weekend. That's it. There's as you get older, you know, my dad's gone, and it used to be a really melancholy thing. He asked me for a couple of pictures. We took these less than 2 months ago at softball back in New Jersey. It was fantastic. It was time together, all of it. So that's my favorite thing about today is that I'm so thankful for Jess and my 3 daughters, and anyone that, you know, has kids knows what that's like. And, you know, we'll have an announcement next week with what's going on with the show and different things like that. There's a lot going on. Pretty big Father's Day for me. So hopefully, you know, you guys can't thank you enough for being here and being a part of this. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people here that know us that don't know us, like, because we're trying to be transparent and honest with our lives and the show. Father's Day weekend is a very special weekend for me, more so now than ever. It's
funny because, you know, that's obviously Madeline and I. And that's the basketball that's behind me that Amanda sent to me today. So I that showed up on my doorstep today, which I really appreciate her sending that. For somebody, my dad's been out of my life since I was basically 12 years old, and he's still alive. And my connection to my dad is pretty thin. And so I'm 48, and my dad had me at 20. So my dad's only 68 years old. So he's going to be around for a while, most likely. And it's always an interesting thing for me because I did not like Father's Day for a very long time. And because it was just a reminder of the estrangement that my father and I had and will have for a very long time. There's a lot of things that happened in my childhood that make it very difficult. But me becoming a dad, I didn't think I was going to become a father. For a long time, I didn't think I was going to get married. I didn't think I was going to have a kid. And if you're one of those guys in your late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, and you're like, I don't need to have kids. You don't need to have kids. But as someone who was from that thought process for a long period of time, there is nothing that can be described. There is nothing that you can experience like having a child and becoming a father and being responsible for someone else's life, to raise them, to be a life coach, to have a positive influence in there. And I'm leaving here and going to watch Madeline perform at a band camp performance. She's been at band camp all week, and I'm going to go and watch her play guitar for the second time in her life in front of a live audience. And so she's done it once before, like 3 months ago, and now she's doing it again. And like that experience, like she just texted me because you're coming, right? It's like, absolutely, I'm coming to your live performance. Like I would never miss it for in the world. If you have to have a partner and have a stable life to raise a kid and whatnot. But if you and your significant other are having that conversation about whether or not to have a kid, it's unlike anything that I can put into words.
Yep.
What it does for you. It makes you, sorry, Will, if you're an asshole, and I was an asshole, and I still can be, obviously, but it changes you literally the moment you hold your kid for the first time.
Yep.
I changed. Everything changed. The entire world became on July 29th, 2014 and July 30th, 2014. That 24 hours is a demarcation in my life as to where I was and what I cared about before and what I thought mattered, what I put into, you and I have talked about this a long time. There's certain people in the industry that we know who have kids and who don't, just based upon what they care about. Like what do they prioritize? What is something they're going to go to the mat for and argue about? And you're like, in the grand scheme of things, that means absolutely nothing. Like,
right.
Like, this stuff is, but it does mean a lot to you at the time. And I was that way. Market size, job, salary, experience, all these things I thought mattered. I thought it meant something. And then you hold your kid, 7-pound baby in your hands, and you realize I don't give about any of that. Like, it doesn't mean anything. So if you are thinking about it, I really couldn't recommend it more. I hope you guys have a wonderful Father's Day. I hope if you have a chance to reach out to your dads, you will. I hope your kids reach out to you and have conversations. I hope the weather's beautiful and you guys can go out and play golf. If not, the U.S. Open on Sunday is always pretty damn good.
Without a doubt.
On a Father's Day Sunday. It's pretty good way to spend the day.
Yeah.
To go and do that.
Yeah, so. It's big weekend. I'm not crying, you're crying. Well said, boys. Yeah, you got all them kids too.
Jimmy Jack, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. Guys, thank you for being here. Happy Father's Day to all. Mikey, thank you as well. Really appreciate you guys being here on a Roll Call Friday. We're back on Monday. For you guys on the replay crew, thank you. Leave a comment, leave a message on the YouTube channel. We do read those and see those and appreciate you guys helping us promote the show. Have a phenomenal happy Father's Day. Enjoy the U.S. Open. He's Dave. I'm Matt. Talk to you Monday for a new episode of BvB.